Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will share you interview experience of Infosys System Engineer interview 2025. Yeah, I'll try to keep this video as short as possible. I have kept few points which I wanted to share and I think are the most important ones. So let's begin. Yeah, so if you see these 3 points, so earlier the slot, tougher the questions will be. I'll tell you what this means in a while. Okay, maximum there will be 3 to 4 slots a day. Like it starts with 8:30. Like it starts with 8:30. So 8:30 will be the first batch, following which will be 9:30, and again like 1 hour gap will be 10:30, and again the final batch was 11:30. Okay, and I have to say on campus is way better than off campus. Okay, why on campus is better? See, for test itself, there were around 500 of them in my college. For on-campus system engineer, there were 500 students for test, out of which around 300 got qualified for interview and 120 got selected. If you think these numbers are big, then let me tell you, mine was off-campus interview. Mine was off-campus, okay. Mine was off campus interview, and I don't know how many of them gave test, but for interview there were 1500 students. Imagine the number, imagine the difference between these two. Okay, these two. Okay, there is huge difference. 1500 came for interview, and my interview was scheduled at 11:30. Okay, my interview was scheduled at 11:30, but I gave interview at 6 o'clock. I had to wait all the day. Like there were around 200 to 300 students still remaining at the campus waiting for interview even after 6 or 7. Okay, I don't remember the exact timings, but it was late in the evening. They were still about to conduct the interview, so better go for on campus. Okay, off campus you can get selected easily, but safer side is on campus. Yes, this is the next important point. So, your interview mostly depends on the test timings. In the sense, my test was at 4 to 6 pm. That is evening. So, my interview was scheduled at the last slot, that is 11:30 am. So, if your test is around 8 to 10 am or say 10 to 12, then there is chances that your interview will get scheduled between 8:30 to 10:30. So be prepared for it. My online assessment got completed at 6 p.m. and within 2 hours of gap I got interview mail, that is around 8 p.m. I got interview mail that to write next day itself. My interview was scheduled the next day itself. So this is how the interview will proceed. If you look at this, you might get shocked seeing core CS topics like OOPS, CN, DBS. Yes, these will be asked only for 8:30 to 10:30 batch. Like imagine the earlier batches will be asked on these topics. They will get questions from all of these. First, you need to introduce yourself. Then they'll start with CS topics like around 4 to 5 questions on the basic core CS topics like basic questions on OOPS DBMS. Then be ready with one of the projects. If you have two projects, then be ready to explain at least one of the projects briefly, like the tech stacks you have used, how much duration you have worked on, whether it is team or individual, what are the outcomes of it, everything they'll ask. Then at last, basic HR questions will be asked, like if you are assigned as a manager and people do not work with you, like such kind of questions. Yeah, I was at this side of the interview. Okay, if your interview is scheduled late, so it might get delayed for few hours, not few, many hours. Like mine was scheduled at 11:30 and it got delayed to till 6 o'clock. Okay, around 6:30 my interview was taken, and The duration of interview, if you hear it out, you will get shocked. It was just 5 minutes. Okay, it was just 5 minutes because the interviewer was also in a hurry to leave off the campus because it was late night Sunday, that too. So he just asked these three. First is introduction. He'll just say introduce yourself, and you can take around 2 minutes for it. Then directly he jumps into resume and looks whether you have any experience or projects or even certifications. If you have any of these three, he will directly ask what have you done in it. Directly, there is no oops cn dbms, no questions on core cs topics. Directly asked what is your experience in projects, or if you have any internship done, then I'll say you are directly selected. They'll not even ask much questions here and there. Directly they'll ask what you have done in internship, why have you not joined full time. So better you add certificates of internships here. So better add certificates of internships even if you have done it online like CodeSoft. Such kind of internships are also fine because it will increase your chances of selection. Most likely you will get selected. Okay, at last he'll ask basic HR questions. HR questions will also again be related to projects like how you managed your team, how well you coordinated with your team with their requirements. Such basic questions. That's it. My suggestion for the interview will be prepared for the basic topics like OOPS, DBMS, OS, basic level questions. Don't go in depth too much because you will also not be having very much time. Like after the test is conducted within a day or so, you will have your interview. So be relaxed, be calm. If your interview is scheduled early, so you'll need to be attentive, like hear the questions properly, say out answers properly. If your interview is scheduled like in the midday or later, so be calm, like you have to wait for your chance. If it is off campus, then I have to say go rush for the interview, like there will be queue there. So first come first serve basis, you know it, right? So all I have to say is try your best in on campus. If not possible, then try for other companies along with Infosys. All the best.